Chally, a 3-2 loss here at Yeovil today. Do you think that was a fair result?
It's difficult to say whether it's a fair result. I think if you'd have told me before the game we can see 3 goals, I thought I'd find it tough to get anything from the game. That's proved to be the case. As pleased as I am with our second half performance, I'm displeased with the first half performance. So it is very, very sort of mixed. I suppose I could stand there and say you've got to take the positives from it, in the fact that we kept going and we showed character, and we probably should have got something from the game. We've given ourselves a mountain to climb again. You need to show character from minute 1, and when you're coming away from home, you've got to show a willing to compete and do the horrible things and do the nasty things and do the bits that, whether it's because we want to play in a certain way, players think they don't have to do. And listen, that's not the case. You keep saying it in terms of ultimately what goes on out there is a reflection of me, and as a footballer I weren't great. I could throw it a long way and would put my head in, and would be willing to get kicked in the face as long as we got a free kick, and would be willing to put my body on the line. We've got to do that. We've got to do the basics. We've got to do better than what we did. We didn't do that first half. Second half, we've played some decent stuff. We've played some decent stuff round Endeavour. We've run round, we've chased lost causes, we've got the ball forward, and then we've played some decent stuff in their half of the pitch, which was the second goal was a brilliant goal. But we've given ourselves too much to do. Again, I don't know where the stats are, but again, shots on target wasn't a massive amount, and we've conceded 3 goals again. Don't get me wrong, against a good team. Like I say, the first half I watched them last week against Halifax were the best I've seen. So I knew they'd start brightly. We've shown videos, we've gone through stuff of how we want to start, how we want to play. We knew they'd try and press against us. Could we earn the right and play a little bit more direct? Again, I've got to look at it and go, the system we changed in the second half, should we have started like that? The problem you've got is you want to come and, I suppose, do your own thing as part of that, you know what I mean, be responsible for you and play in not change the way we play, if you like, and ultimately not change a lot of players, because the last 2 performances have been decent. We've not got the results we've deserved, so to leave them out and change our system, maybe I need to look at that and reflect, and you look at how the second half turns out. If we'd have played like that from the start, would have been different. You never know.
In terms of individual performances, obviously there was a change at half-time, bringing Kurt Willoughby on, who's got his first 2 goals for the club. Is there a case now that he's going to be knocking on your door to get a start?
He's not knocking on my door to start. It's easy. That's not a difficult one. If you come on and score 2 goals, you start. End of story. And whoever misses out, that's tough. We've a game on Monday for the lads who haven't played, and ultimately this place is up for grabs, and there's no better place to start than a TV game. So some of them maybe thought they might play, and ultimately not going to play. And we've got to look at again what system we're going to play, how we're going to get the best for us in terms of us getting a win and kick-starting us and getting us going. So that's no decision to make on that one. We need people out there, especially now, that are going to work and are going to put a shift in and going to do the horrible bits. And as Jordan has in the last 2 weeks, he's got his just desserts and got goals from Endeavour. Kurt's got his 2 from, like I say, from a little bit of Endeavour and working hard. And like I say, the second goal, without looking at it back, looks a really good goal, and something that, in fairness, we've not done enough this season.
Obviously, looking back at the recent runs, not been good, but that's behind us now. Looking at the next 2 games of Eastleigh and Wrexham, 2 teams who probably haven't been up, to the standard they would have wanted to set as well. Just how important are those 2 in terms of being back at home and being desperate for a win?
No, every game's important. Listen, I'm not going to look at what other teams do. It's not what other teams do isn't important. I can't control that. I can control us, and what we've got to do is look after what we've done. Like I say, the run we've had, I look back at the 2 games previous to this, we've done nothing wrong really in those 2 games. Today we've lost the game in 45 minutes by, I don't know, I need to look at it back by ultimately not showing up, and whether it's a hard one because we ultimately want to concentrate on us. And we try and get across what other teams are going to do. We've gone through how they want to press and how the front two, regardless of who they are, I mean Duffus didn't play today, the front two really press. Worthington and Hippolyte either side really go and press, and so we knew that we'd be pressed and we'd be put under pressure, and we knew we had to play quickly at times and play forward at times and earn the right on what is a big pitch. We didn't make the pitch big enough first half in terms of stretching the play to allow us to play through. Second half we did, because we got two up the top end of the pitch and we played ball forwards and we won seconds and we played more in their half, but the horses bolted by that point. We're behind, and you 2-0 down away from home, you're going to do well to, if you get a point from the game, great. We've got ourselves back in it through a decent goal from a set piece. We've got bodies in there. The goal we concede is obviously disappointing, because we're looking to counter and we make a mistake and ultimately the ball ends up in our goal. But once we get that second one, we've kept knocking on the door and kept going, which is as difficult as it is in the fact that we're disappointed we've lost. That you have to take positive, you have to take pleasing bits from the game, and they're the pleasing parts.